Breaking news this lunchtime that FA Cup replays will be scrapped from the first round next season. This could obviously have a huge impact on potential earnings for lower league sides. And we can get some reaction now. We can speak to Dorking owner and manager Marc White. Marc, a very good afternoon to you. First of all, are you surprised by these changes to what is the oldest cup competition in the world?
Well, not surprised because if the FA are involved in top-line decision-making for football in the UK, but incredibly taken back by such a gigantic decision on what is the biggest competition in the world and probably England's greatest legacy. So really disappointing.
So, Marc, were the lower league clubs consulted at all before this decision?
Well, it's not just lower league clubs, it's all clubs. I mean, there's probably barely any clubs, if any, that make a profit. All of these clubs up to the championship, if you like, are, there's somebody putting in money, hard-earned money, there's someone working really hard. So you've got all the clubs at lower level significantly affected and clubs in the Football League themselves that have lost this incredible opportunity that their fans have every season. And obviously a revenue opportunity as well that everybody kind of hangs on to every year in a very difficult industry to make ends meet.
And Marc, we know that you've helped build Dorking from the ground up. Just explain a little bit more, if you can, how much lower league clubs really do rely on the finances from cup runs, keeping on going.
Well, ordinarily, lower league clubs are run by volunteers and local sponsors and individuals putting in money to keep them alive and to keep the community hub that these clubs are. And the FA Cup just gives an opportunity financially to lighten the burden and actually create great moments, to improve the stadium as a result of it, to put more money into the youth section of the club, whatever that looks like. So it's a significant loss. It's obviously another example of whereby the Premier League continue to want to dominate the decision-making of the FA and impact others. I see in the announcement that they talk, very almost, crassly about the extra revenue they're going to put into the game, almost justifying what they know they're taking away from the legacy. There's no amount of millions they can put into fan experiences. There's no amount of millions that will last a lifetime of replays being ditched. The TV money gained from replays, the prize money gained from replays. It's a significant thing and it's disappointing. From my personal point of view, I'm extremely disappointed in the FA. It stands for, for all is what it says on their website. But this is actually a decision taken. The minority have driven a huge decision and it's affected an awful lot of clubs across the country today.
And Marc, from the fans' perspective, because we saw the likes of Maidstone reaching the FA Cup fifth round, do you think this is actually going to deny fans some of what could be their greatest moments?
Yeah, Joe, I mean, one of the biggest things that still gets talked about now about the FA Cup was the decision to take semi-finals away from neutral grounds and put them at Wembley, which was a huge dent in the fan experience. And to this day, if Newcastle play Sunderland in the FA Cup semi-final, the fans have to pay £400 for a weekend in London. So we often see the fans getting put second. My understanding was that independence was being introduced into the FA, into key decision-making. It definitely doesn't look like there's been consultation or independence in this type of decision. Fans are now denied these once-in-a-lifetime opportunities. We got beat by Horsham last season. They went on to have an amazing once-in-a-lifetime experience playing Barnsley away from home and then a TV game and a replay at Horsham. And this is where, yet again, the fan gets put second, which is what the national game is built on.
Yeah, and does this just show that it's all about money then and fans just really aren't taken into consideration?
it's 100% all about money. That's why in the press release, all they couldn't wait to do was say how much more money the Premier League are going to put into football. I don't think anyone denies that the Premier League share their wealth around football, and it's great that they do. But they've also got a job to protect the legacy of the game as well. I think this is really short-sighted. I don't think it should have been agreed through the FA. And what we're seeing here is the football fan and the humble clubs, those clubs that really do struggle to get by, that work on behalf of their communities. What we're seeing are all of those put second.
And Mark, the changes have come around because of the increased games in Europe. Do you understand that something had to give?
No, not at all. Couldn't care less. It's about the game in this country. It's about what it stands for in England. And, it's the national game supported by thousands of clubs across the land. And the FA itself the FA Cup is our most legacy of competitions. And I feel like it's extremely disappointing. And also, there's an element of the Premier League, creep, if you like, in terms of getting their sort of mix, if you like, on more and more decision making. It's not okay in my book. I'd love to understand what level of independence and consultation this went through, because I'm pretty confident as a football club owner that if you asked all owners from, League One, League Two and below in non-league football, whether they wanted to ditch things, they would say absolutely not.